Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a couple days since I made a video, and I do have a couple of updates for y'all. In its entirety, since I started the branded dropshipping store, I have made $76.9 thousand, so $77,000. So that's in a span of within 1 month and about 1 week or 1 week and a half. I'm just refreshing it for y'all right here. So we started off, May 16th, and today's the 25th of June. And if we look at the chart from the 1st of June till the 25th, it's at $68,000. So actually most of the revenue did come from this month, and I'm expecting an $80 to $85 or $90,000 month by the end of June. So with that being said, dropshipping does work, and you kind of have to think about it in a very different way, because traditional dropshipping where you kind of do organic and you try to go as viral as in any way that you can. I know that that's not like always the case where it's like some stupid shit that you go viral for, but that's how a lot of these kids are trying to do dropshipping now, is just make like sexual innuendos in their fucking videos and expect that to be a viable business model. It's not gonna work if you just, people, they can tell when, they can tell that it's a kid doing this shit. So the difference between that and doing this kind of shit is the fact that this is branded dropshipping, and you're trying to really show value to people and build a connection with people that allows them to believe in your store and kind of believe in the product that they're purchasing. So anyways, another update that I wanted to give you guys is that I am going to drop a Discord community for all of you guys. I know that you guys have been begging me and asking for that shit. I've been getting a shit ton of DMs asking how to get into the Discord. I haven't made it yet. I'm gonna drop the Discord at 1.5 thousand. You know what? I'm gonna drop it at 1,000. I'm gonna drop it at 1,000 subscribers. So once I reach 1K here, I'll drop that Discord community. I'm working on it right now with a couple of my friends that are also in ecom and trading and all that kind of shit, really just online business in general. So again, I don't want it to be no course. I don't want it to be like a mentorship. The only thing that I really want it to be is a community of people that are like-minded. And again, if you guys do want my one-on-one genuine input of 30 minutes, an hour, I am going to charge for that information, just because I have better things to do than to always be on a call with people. Anyways, with that being said, the Discord is going to be free, so I'm not going to be one of those guys that charges a monthly subscription for the Discord, because I don't believe in that shit at all. I think it is scummy. I think it's retarded. I don't think you should do it. So with that being said, those updates, right? A lot of people have been wondering how to really get into dropshipping, right? Especially the type of dropshipping that I'm kind of into right now, which is ecom branded dropshipping. And I kind of wanted to make a video for the beginners, right? If you are somebody who is a beginner and has absolutely no idea where to start, I would say come to this video. And guys, don't be all brain rotted and skip. I'm telling you, this is information coming not from a guru. This is a random ass fucking guy that you watched and your algorithm showed you this shit for a fucking purpose. This is not some shit that is, sell you their fucking course. I don't have a course to sell. I have 780 subscribers. I am 21 years old, and I have made $68,000 in 1 month. Not even 1 month, right? It's 25 days. I'm telling you, I am not any different to you. This is not some fucking bullshit. This is some serious shit that you can get into. AI is getting crazy, right? AI is getting crazy. Fucking the online world's getting crazy. People are consuming more and more and more. They're purchasing more and more and more. People are brain rotted to the fucking core. I'm telling you, if you just lock in, it's possible. So from step 1, beginner information. If you guys know about this shit already, you know what I mean, you can skip, see some other shit that I'm gonna put later in the video, but this is beginner information for anybody that wants to get into this shit and is just starting. So what is the business model that I chose and pursued and did make me that amount of money, which by the way is only, in the grand scheme of things, just rookie numbers. I've seen hundreds of thousands of dollars just be generated off of this shit, and they're just better at running ads. They know more than me. It's I'm not claiming that I know everything. I'm just trying to show you guys my progress. You guys have seen from day one that I chose a business model and I stuck to it. So this is kind of the business model that I chose, and it's called branded dropshipping. The main thing here that we're focusing on is that first word, right? Is branded dropshipping. So traditional dropshipping, you kind of at first it started off with, I remember the days when dropshipping was just that thing where you would kind of send money to a meme account or a big Instagram account to post your product. and that's kind of how you would get the sales, right? And then it kind of moved on into more of like a TikTok thing, and people were making organic content on there. But meta ad dropshipping, so branded dropshipping, has kind of always been around. And if you guys don't know what dropshipping is, you're probably fucking cooked anyways, but I'm gonna show you guys like what dropshipping is. So dropshipping here is pretty much a business model in which you, right? Let's see. You right here. Boom, boom, boom. This guy right here. This is you, okay? So this is you, all right? And dropshipping essentially is you are pretty much purchasing, you're purchasing an item from another person, right? So it's this guy right here. Oh shit. Oh fuck. I didn't mean. Oh god damn it. I didn't mean to make him look like this. All right, but this guy right here is the supplier. So the supplier is usually from China. Let me just make his eyes a little bigger so people don't think I'm fucking being racist right here. So you purchase something from your supplier, ideally in China, and there are many different ways that you can, source your products. For example, we have, the typical, let me actually do it on here. So we have the typical AliExpress. Let me actually put this all the way right here. So there are many different ways that you can source your product from a supplier. For example, we have AliExpress, which is, the most popular one, and one kind of that I wouldn't necessarily recommend. But if you are a beginner and you are just absolutely fucking cooked with it, then yeah, AliExpress is, I guess, a decent way to start. But there's other suppliers as well. We have Zendrop, we have CJ Dropshipping. We have, potentially you could do Alibaba as well if you're doing like bulk orders from the start, which I wouldn't recommend, because if you are a beginner, you don't even know what products could potentially be winning. And here's kind of what I do. I technically don't use any of them. What I do is I have a private supplier. So it sounds a lot more complicated than it is. It's pretty much just a guy that you get in contact with, whether that's from a connection from the past, which is how I did it, right? I was in a Discord for like Etsy dropshipping, and there was a supplier in there that I just kind of chatted up with him, and I asked him, well, you can do Etsy dropshipping's fulfillment, right? But can you fulfill on Shopify? And he said yes, and then we started conversating about the different ways that we can do this, and he became my full-on just private supplier, and pretty much he sources everything for me. And if I want to look for a new product, I'll ask him, hey, can you source this for me? How much can you get it for? And essentially he pretty much just fulfills every single one of my orders because I have him as a user on Shopify. So he just boom fulfills everything on there, sends me the bill, and I paid over. So this is kind of how it works, right? So you right here, and this again, guys, this is very, very, very basic information. So you are the guy that purchases from the supplier, and essentially what happens is the supplier, right? All these guys right here who you're sourcing from are going to be the ones that ship. There you go. Come on. That ship the item, right? They ship the item to, ideally, the happy customer, right? So it goes from here. You purchase from the supplier. The supplier then, whichever guy you source it from, sends it over to the customer right here. So, all right, guys. So I want y'all to notice something. Why can't these guys, right? These guys right here, the suppliers, just directly send their shit to the customer? The reason that you are important is because you are the middleman. You are the person responsible for marketing that product. All of these suppliers, right? Anyone could at any point just look up your product on AliExpress, Zendrop, CJ Dropshipping. But the reason that this works is because you put the product in front of them first. So you find a way to market this product, put it in front of a customer, and ideally, in an ideal world, right, they look at the product and they are almost coerced into buying it. They're almost, they feel like it's a really good offer from your page as opposed to another page. So they purchase from you. And so the business model kind of goes like this, right? When it comes to branded dropshipping, you are pretty much running the meta ads, and it takes a customer from the ads all the way to the website, which ideally then you get a checkout and then a sale. So the ultimate funnel right here is the sale. So as soon as you get a sale, boom, you're good. Again, this is the model. So 1, the ads, 2, the website, 3, checkout, and then 4, the ultimate final funnel is the sale, right? That's where all the funnels lead. And there are many, many different ways that many people have taught on how to increase your funnel, how to do certain things, how to get people to, have like an advertorial page. But essentially the most important thing that you need to learn is that it stems from your ad first to your website to the sale. And essentially what you're doing here is you as a business owner, right? You trying to start this dropshipping store. Ideally, you want to start it off as dropshipping, and then you do something called MOQ, which is you just order a bunch of bulk shit, and then you have like a warehouse, etc., right? So that shit that happens along the line later on. So you guys kind of know the basic model for branded dropshipping. So how do you start this, right? So the first thing that you have to do is make a Shopify website, right? This is very, very basic information. I know this is just for beginners, right? You make a Shopify website. Guys, there are many, many different ways that you can automize your website. For example, you can use something called Alice AI, which generates your website pretty much for you in 30 seconds. You just kind of tweak it a little bit, and you want to make the website look as branded as possible, right? Whatever it is that your logo is, whatever it is that your brand is, whatever niche you're in, you want it to be as branded as possible. Don't cheap out on the fucking website, because I promise you, people notice these things. People notice when a website obviously looks fucking Shopify'd, it looks dropshippy. People can tell about that kind of shit. So, guys, I'm giving you guys pretty good information here. Atlas AI, it can generate you a website in 30 seconds. The other thing that you should use when creating your website is this little thing called ChatGPT. So, one of the very cool and crucial things about ChatGPT is that it can create images. And the images that it creates, if you feed it pretty well, it can create really, really good product images. And something that's very interesting as well is that you can also, with ChatGPT, make your ads, right? Not necessarily your video ads, because people can kind of tell when a video is AI generated. But you can also create image ads with ChatGPT that look incredible and look branded right away. Right? My roommate today, he just started a new store. It's a supplement store, and he has already gotten 3 sales off of a $20 ad spend from an image ad, right? I'm serious, like this is some fucking serious shit. AI is getting crazier than ever. So use ChatGPT, Atlas AI, you make your website. I promise you it is not difficult, and you try to brand it. So how do you brand it? You copy your competitors almost to a T at first, and you kind of you can screenshot their website and then put it into ChatGPT, feed it a bunch of information and tell it to copy it, make the product images the same way. And it will make you the same fucking image ads. It will make you the same product images. It'll make you the same website, and you pretty much just try to brand it, make it look nice, take your time on it in the beginning. And try to brand your store. Make it look branded, make it look nice, have customer reviews, right? Once you get all that shit done, you need to find a product. There are many different ways to find a potential winning product. But I think that the best way to find a product is to cross-reference. Okay, let me just write this down. So, winning product. So, the best way, I would say, there are 3 different ways that you can potentially find a winning product. And ideally, you want, actually, you know what, let me do 4. So there's 4 different ways to find a winning product, and ideally you want to cross-reference every single one of these points, and ideally you want every single one to win. So guys, a winning product doesn't have to necessarily solve a problem. Like, I think winning products are almost kind of low-key a scam in a way. Like, I really think that winning ads are a little bit more important than the products themselves, because when it comes to the angle, you can pretty much sell anything. But obviously you still want to try to find a winning product by itself, because a product that is inherently like interesting, a product that is fucking cool, or like, you know, really obviously solves a problem, it's probably going to be a little bit easier to make angles on rather than some stupid fucking bullshit, right? So the first thing that you can do to find a winning product is to make a burner account. So if you guys don't know what a burner account is, it's an account that you make on Instagram or TikTok that only shows you Shopify dropshipping videos, right? It'll only show you products that are branded. It'll only show you ads. So you pretty much just make an Instagram, you make a TikTok, and you only scroll and interact with all of these products that are branded, that are running ads, and etc., right? And eventually, you kind of like look through the comments and see what the demand is, when it went viral, and if it's, you know, kind of in demand right now with the comments, and if people are looking to buy it. This method does work, and I don't recommend against it, but I think that there are better ways, and this is a free way to do it, but there are other ways that are paid. And I think that with burner accounts, it's better to do that for, you know, organic dropshipping. And organic dropshipping is pretty much the same thing as branded dropshipping, except you are not running ads. So you are pretty much just trying to find a winning product that is, you know, ideally inherently viral, and you ship it to yourself and you make the videos yourself. Now this can work, but again, guys, like I said in the beginning of the video, it's not a viable business model because it is plagued with just so much crap, right? And you want to build a business, you don't want to do some bullshit. So the other way that I would recommend is a little something called Calidata, or any spy tool. So the one that I chose is Calidata. And so pretty much what this is a website that allows you to kind of spy on the revenue of certain products, certain niches, and kind of look at all the ads that are being ran for that product, as well as the creators running it, how much revenue they've generated, and kind of like if it's on a downward trend or if it's on an upward trend, or if it's like, for example, like a summer product or a winter product, etc. So you can kind of like spend a little bit of money on these spy tools. I split my Calidata information with another guy, so I'm spending like $50 a month just to find these products. And by the way, guys, the product that made me $78,000 or $77,000 in a month and 1 week was off of Calidata. Like, these things still work, right? You kind of just have to pick and choose which one you want to do. Ideally, in a world where you can do all of them, cross-reference them, like I said, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this. So the other thing that you should do to find the winning product, once you have, you know, kind of looked at Calidata and then the burner account, is you want to kind of cross-reference it on Amazon. So the reason you want to cross-reference it on Amazon is because you want to make sure that your product is generating enough volume to the point where this product, you know, this product is in demand for people. You don't want to sell something new. You don't want to sell something that is completely new to the market, because yeah, there is a chance that it could work, but you kind of want to base all of your decisions, every single choice, based off of proven data and proven metrics. The more that you can base your decisions off that and not gamble your choices or your selections on products and ads, then the better, right? Taking away the gambling part of it. The more you fucking base your shit off data and not off of your opinion, then it's going to be better for you. So you go on Amazon and you look up your product that you think could be a potential winning product, and you make sure that the product is generating at least 1,000 purchases on one listing in the last month. So if on Amazon the product has gotten 1,000 purchases in the last month on one listing, that is probably a good sign that it's in demand. And ideally you want to have way more, but I would say minimum 1,000. And I would say the last kind of bit that you would need to cross-reference is to go on Google Trends and kind of just like look up information based around that niche, right? Like, if you could just look up that product by itself and you can see on the trends that it's going up. So this, for example, like looks like this. If you guys don't know what a, you know, something like that, right? And it's going up in the past 12 months. And right now it's June. Let's say it's like a summer product, right? And it's going up. Then it's going up. And then this is 1,000. You validated it on Calidata, making sure it's generating a lot of revenue. And a lot of people are in demand for it on your burner account. Guys, then that's probably a good sign that that product is probably going to win, right? That's a good sign that you could find a really good angle on that product, because I think that products don't saturate themselves. I think that the ads become saturated. So ideally, what you want to do once you find that product is find an ad, right? Find an angle that hasn't been ran before. You can test completely new angles, but I wouldn't test completely new products. So that's kind of what I would do if I was a complete beginner. This is very, very basic information. I know it's very basic information, but a lot of people have been asking exactly how to do this shit, and I want to teach everybody. Again, I'm not no mentor. I'm not a fucking course seller. I'm just a guy that is showing my progress and kind of what I'm doing. And this is exactly what I'm doing. And if it works for me, I guess it could work for somebody else, right? I'm sure there are different ways that you can do it that are way better. I'm sure there are AI tools, and I'm going to find them at some point. AI tools that can validate your product for you, which is ridiculous, but I am fully aware of that fact. And I definitely want to use AI to validate products in the future or validate angles, etc. So if you guys can find an AI as well, I can do that. I know that there are plenty out there. I know that Mark Builds Brands talks about it. I know that Tastethetic, all these fucking YouTubers that I watch, kind of speaking about this branded dropshipping shit, right? And they are fucking killing it. So I would listen to them as well. So you validated a product, and now what's next, right? The thing that you need to do next, if you are a complete beginner, right, is you need to make a Facebook account. If you don't have one already, that's it's going to be a little difficult because new Facebook accounts kind of tend to be suspended and are very, 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 very almost kind of like a red flag area for Facebook right now. I don't know why, but Facebook account. So you want to make a business Facebook account. So pretty much you're going to run all of your ads under your business account. So under your business account, you're going to have, so here you go. So under your business account, you are going to have your ad account, right? So you're going to have multiple ad accounts under your business account. This is where you're going to run your ads from. And under your ad accounts, right, you can have here what's called a campaign. So your business Facebook account is kind of what runs the whole thing. You need a Facebook account to make it, right? And then you're going to have your ad accounts. They're all going to have different numbers that differentiate what ad account it is as compared to the other one. And then under your ad account, you're going to have campaigns, all right? And then you're going to have, under the campaign, you're going to have an ad set. And under the ad set, you are going to have the ad. So it looks a little complex, but I promise you, once you kind of get the gist of it, it's very, very, very easy to get around. So this is where you're going to run your ads, and you're going to steal. I think the first thing that you want to do to validate if a product is winning or not is to kind of steal content from these spy tools or from TikTok and kind of see based off the metrics if it's going to be a winning product or not. And ideally you don't want to have the ad be completely stolen the entire time. You want to make your own variations, etc. But I think stealing an ad, or I guess swiping an ad, is completely fine in the beginning in the testing phase. So pretty much what you're doing is you run a test of all these different ads. You want to find 5 different angles that you can run. So you're going to run everything under this campaign in the ad account, and you can do multiple ways of testing, but on a simplified version, you are trying to test as many angles as possible and kind of sticking to the one that works the best. And the way to kind of recognize if an ad is working or not is by reading the metrics. And if you guys don't know how to read the metrics, go to my other video. There's a couple of other videos that I show kind of what my metrics are and what each number and metric means. So if you guys don't know anything about the metrics, go watch another video and come back to this, right? So you want to read all the metrics, and based off that data, you want to determine which ones you should turn off, which ones you should keep. And ideally, what's going to happen is that if you did your shit right, within the first day or 2, you should get a sale. And what's going to happen is that when you get a sale, you want to make sure that your metrics are healthy, and then you want to test variations of that ad. And you want to test so many to the point where the best one is completely 100% validated, and you run up that one to the fucking moon. And then as you're doing that, you scale other ones as well. So for example, right now I'm testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ads every single day at $20, $30, $40 a day. And At the same time, on a different ad account with the same pixel, I am running my my top winners right now at $1,000 a day. Now I could be running it at a lot more money, but there's an issue with my ad account. It's a whole different thing, right? Don't worry about that. So you want to fucking test these ads and then kind of test the different angles and see which one performs, right? So for example, in your ad sets, you're gonna have, all right, so you're gonna have one ad set right here within one ad, 1, 2, 3, 4 ads, and then what you're gonna do is you are going to make another ad set, right, and another set of ads. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4 ads. I mean, it depends, right? And you're gonna make another one within the same campaign, right? And you are, for each ad set that you do, I would recommend starting off with 5 or 6. What you're doing is you are testing different angles. So you're testing, for example, you could test different audiences, or you could test different locations, and then you can kind of change up the ads based off the angles that you want to run. So for example, one could be for weight loss, if you're selling some sort of fucking supplement, right? One could be the angle for weight loss, and then the next one could be like an angle for libido, and then you kind of want to cross test all of these different audiences with that angle to make sure you're getting the best variant out, and then you kind of scale that one up to the moon. So that is kind of like my strategy when I start. Maybe there's something better, but that is what I'm doing. So I hope it helps somebody else as well. And so ideally, you test all these ads, you find the winning one, and then as soon as you start getting sales, you run it up to the fucking moon. Make sure obviously that your metrics are high, that your metrics are good and healthy. And then I guess you fucking go crazy, right? Keep testing, try to find new angles, new ads that can win, because at some point the ad is going to die down, whether it's because of the market or because you're getting outperformed by somebody with a lot more volume, a lot more ads, and it's all a competition here. But this is kind of the basic principle for kind of what I am doing. And again, guys, if you guys want a lot more detailed information, etc., I am making a Discord at 1,000 subscribers. If you guys do have questions as well, please let me know on Instagram. I'm happy to answer some questions for y'all at Jacography. But yeah, guys, this shit's fucking getting insane. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous that this shit is happening, and that I'm on this side of the screen showing you guys my process on how I am doing it and what it all means. And again, guys, I'm very grateful for y'all as well that subscribed. And if you stuck to the end, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Anyways, that's it.